All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. How does it sound? Not so much how does it look, but how does it sound? All right. 5 by 5. Thank you. Appreciate it, Kevin. All right. So tonight's topic, guys. Is there a famine coming? The answer is yes, but how bad is it going to get? That's the bigger answer, if that makes any sense. Um, we're also going to be talking about the possible cyber attack that we keep getting warned about. So I have my reservations about this cyber attack, but unfortunately, like everything else, we got to wait and see what happens and how it happens and how bad it's going to get. So I guess for the most part, we have to keep our fucking seatbelts buckled because, like I said before, I will say it again. This is going to be a wild ride this year and probably the next couple of years. So it's not going to be an easy go of a year. Explorer, I'm actually on time. I started at 9 o'clock or 2100 hours. And the wife's on here tonight. We're living in the apocalypse. Brianna, yeah, I would say we're living in some kind of fucked up situation. But yeah, don't waste love. Thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. So, yeah, guys, you posted in Central Time. No, I didn't. I posted in Eastern Time, New York time. I can't post in Central Time. 2100 hours in Central Time, isn't it like 6 o'clock or some shit? No, wait. No, maybe not 6 o'clock. 8 o'clock or something like that. Yeah, but whatever. I didn't post in Central Time. I can't on my end. My YouTube channel is designated for the East Coast. Whatever. Why are we splitting hairs? I'm fucking on. Jesus Christ. Explorer, do you live in the Central Time Zone? Because that would explain it. Over here, it's 2100 hours in New York City. Anyway, here in New York. Thank you, Juliet. Right. Here in New York, it's... Yeah, I don't know why we're having this conversation. Anyway, man, Explorer says he's in Queens. All right, so then YouTube probably fucked up something again on that end. I can guarantee it, sir. YouTube's been fucking up a lot this week. Anyway, let's get to the subject at hand. So tonight we're talking about the famine, right? And of course, guys, while I was doing this, while I was looking this shit up, reading about it, of course, yesterday Biden but makes a statement saying that there's going to be a worldwide famine and it's going to be real. Now, do I think that that famine is going to affect us immensely? No. Is it going to affect us a little bit? Yes. I don't think we're going to feel the full brunt of it like other countries will. Other countries will undoubtedly feel the brunt of the famine. We will have probably a couple of countries, if not a few hundred areas that are going to suffer like Somalia and Ethiopia did back in the days. So, those people are essentially going to be screwed. We're probably going to feel it a little bit just because of the fertilizer issue that we're having here as well. But we're not going to be as bad as those other countries. With that being said, I could see us exporting a ton of food to these countries that are going to feel the crunch. I know that, Libya had that issue last year, the year before last, with that explosion that screwed up their wheat crop, or their stored wheat, sorry. So, again, a lot of countries around the world are going to feel this, and they're going to feel it bad. We are going to feel some of that as well, as we're not going to get certain products, such as life. But this is why we prepare. Now, if there are any African preppers out there, or a prepper in a poorer country, they should absolutely start storing shit away. And not that they would be watching this, but somebody from one of those, countries, give them a heads up, because they're gonna. I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of those countries probably don't know, and if they don't know, they don't care, and they don't care until it affects them, kind of deal. Like everyone else, like everything else in life, you never give a fuck until it affects you. Right? Peaceful Monkey, thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate it. I didn't think it was too bad, but I don't know. I was sort of regretting it, and then I saw it, and I was like, all right, it wasn't that bad. They didn't make me look like a total asshole. But anyway, so guys, 50% of all global calories come from rice and wheat. A third of that comes from uh, Russia and Ukraine, the wheat. A third of that wheat comes from Russian Ukraine. Right now, Russia's blocking ships from exporting grain from Ukraine, and Russia is not exporting any of its grains to a few countries. So those countries who depended on Russia's grain and Ukraine wheat, sorry, are going to be feeling the effects soon. I mean, I don't want to say next month or 2 weeks from now, but they're going to be feeling it soon, and they're going to be feeling it bad. Yeah, Uncle Charlie said Ethiopian preppers have breakfast plans. All right, that was a cruel one, but all right. But what you call it, guys? A quarter of the key nutrients in food production come from Russia, right? So again, that's why we're not going to be seeing certain food products on our shelves anymore because of this bullshit that's going on between Ukraine, Russia, the United States, China. By the way, guys, real quick, tonight's Angry Truth stream, we're going to talk about the laptop being real. We're going to talk about Biden's response to chemical warfare. Then we're going to talk about two more interesting topics: the China security deal that might be made with a Pacific island, and we're talking about China's partnership, or ready to partner with the Muslim world. I think that one's a little more interesting. Consider how they treat the Uyghur people in China, but China is making power moves while we're all sitting here watching a transgender swimmer beat out women. So while we're all watching this fucking shit show, this shit is happening not under our noses, but on the other side of the world. So that's later tonight on the Angry Truth channel at 10:10. So guys, anyway, the global supply chain or food chain shortage is going to happen soon. We have the wheat shortage that's going on now or about to happen, and we have the fertilizer shortage. That's the bigger problem, I think. The fertilizer shortage means, guys, that less food is going to be produced and or grown because they have less fertilizer to fertilize the soil and whatever production of food they're growing in whatever part of the world. Now, I know India is one of the biggest wheat exporters as far as countries go. They're going to be feeling it as well, right? So they're going to have to downsize their crops. Now, this came from some Russian dude. Half the world's population gets food as a result of fertilizer. It's actually, sorry, and if that's removed from the field for some crops, they will drop by 50%. So there'll be 50% less food being made around the world because of the lack of fertilizer. And here, I think we're having a lack of fertilizer and an increase in price as well. Not to mention fuel shortage is going to drive up all of those as well, or going to complicate those issues. Sorry. So European agriculture will take a huge hit from this, but they will also feel it on this side of the world. Sorry, we will feel it on this side of the world. So guys, the bigger question is not if this will happen, but how bad will the food shortage get? That's the bigger question. And unfortunately, we're going to be watching this shit from, this side of the world on TV or whatever it is. And I'm pretty sure that people out there are going to be like, that's staged. That skinny kid, I saw him running around last week fucking, with meat on his bones. That's digitally enhanced. Whatever. But nonetheless, we're probably going to be witnessing this like we did, again, with Ethiopia. I think a lot of us remember Ethiopia, and if you don't remember Ethiopia or Somalia, then you're pretty young, which is not a bad thing. Just saying it was, as a kid, I took it for granted. When I look at it now, I'm like, oh shit, that sucks. Those people those people starving to death or shit like that. But when I was a kid, I sort of didn't give a shit because I was a kid. Anyway, over the last 3 years, guys, hunger and famine has been on the rise throughout the world. This is not just here. Here we see hunger, but not as bad as other places in the world. These situations that are happening now will make matters worse, without a doubt. So again, so that it doesn't hit us, so that we don't have some kind of oddball shit happen here. This is why we prepare, and this is why for those of you that have a garden that can start planting food, start doing it now. Don't wait till the shoe drops and then you go, oh, I'm just gonna start my gardening fucking skills like that. It don't work that way. You have to. It takes years to learn how to garden good. I mean, listen, you watch enough YouTube, we read enough books, you can start gardening tomorrow and, get a hang of it within a few months. But to be a good gardener, to be an expert, it takes a while. It's not some shit that's overnight. So if you have the land to do it, start doing it, start growing crops of some kind. Because this is we're definitely gonna feel some of this. Like I said, not the full brunt like other places are, but we're definitely gonna feel some of this. Now, here's the worst part about this famine. Unfortunately, guys, food will be weaponized, and it will force alliances to be made. So, for example, I don't know. Let's just pick Africa. I don't know what country, right? And because I can't keep up with the changing names, and I don't want to say Madagascar, and people are like, that's not there anymore. Madagascar is still there. So let's just say Madagascar is starving. And Russia's like, well, we got enough wheat and we have enough corn for you guys to grow if you guys join our alliance, if you guys join our party, whatever that is. If you guys allow us to use your land for military purposes. Well, Madagascar, if they're starving, they're going to be like, holy shit, yeah, that's a deal, right? So they're definitely going to weaponize food, whether that's Russia, us, India, China. Food is going to be weaponized to the point of forcing alliances and forcing deals that other countries do not want to make. So we have to keep that in mind, that that's undoubtedly going to happen. Now, right now, us, the United States, we get our wheat from the top 3 states. Now, there are other states all over America that produce wheat, but North Dakota, Kansas, and Montana produce the most wheat in the United States, the top 3. Second to that, mostly imported, is from Canada. We also have gotten our wheat from the European Union and Asian countries as well as Nigeria and Egypt. So, and that was wheat back in 2019, Nigeria and Egypt. Guys, substantial amount of the extremely important farming resources are imported from Russia, right, and the Ukraine, with a lot of the raw materials required to make fertilizer also being imported from those countries. This is going to compound the issues we are having. That's why I said we're going to feel some of that, not as bad as other places, but we will feel some of that because of the fertilizer issue. And then the gas prices. Now, I know gas prices are going down a couple of pennies at a time. I understand that, but I think this is the quiet before the storm. All right? So a lot of people are like, oh man, it went down fucking 3 cents, 5 cents, a whole 10 cents. I'm like, very good. But me, I'm a little bit skeptical, and I'm looking at this like, I don't know. I think this is a ruse, and we're gonna be like, oh shit, it's getting better. And before you know it, the summertime we're paying $7-6. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm sorely wrong. But I just think that this is just one of those things to keep us not panicking, if you will. Because who the fuck wants to pay $7 to $8 a gallon? Like seriously, I'm out on that shit. I'm gonna have a unicycle in the fucking street if it comes down to that. Can't even afford 2 tires. Can only use 1. All right, guys. So, farmers around the world, guys, like I said before, are going to be planting less crops than they did in the previous years because of fuel and fertilizer. Not to mention, certain farms around the world are having problems with weather issues like flooding or their ground drying out like you wouldn't believe. So we have those problems added to the fertilizer and fuel problem. So again, guys, the famine is going to be a lot worse than a lot of us are thinking, and I think that they are telling us, right? So we have to stay abreast. We should stay abreast of that, though. I mean, I don't know how that's other people on the other side of the world is going to really affect us, other than we need to pay attention to that happening here. I think that's the bigger issue. How long? 15 minutes. Not bad. So, let's see. I wanted to make another... Okay. Also, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. I know we're only 15 minutes in, but I think the last um, half hour we'll talk about bullshit because I blew through this faster than I thought, which is not a bad deal. And that means I could probably get the angry truth started a little early as well. So, where the fuck are we? Chat's pretty calm tonight, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I guess the mods are having a break tonight. Yeah. So German Ninja, the whole deep state thing. I'm going to talk about that later tonight in the Angry Truth channel because there's just a couple things I'm looking at and I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. Listen, everything that's going on can't be trusted, but the other thing is we can't think everything is a conspiracy theory. So we can't look at shit and go, oh man, the elites are at it again. I mean, really, we can't. Potato Head, I am tired. So today, I went to the gym for the first time in 5 months, and I didn't even use any weights, man. I didn't fucking touch a single weight there. I did body workouts, and I was fucking destroyed. I was like, is this what it feels like to be old? Roll my ass up and put me in a retirement home. Carl Miller, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Kevin Grip, man, thank you for joining the club again. Appreciate it. Nunya Beeswax, yeah, that's the thing. There's so much shit going on. Like when the wife told me about the deal that China made with one of the Pacific Islands, I look it up and then I'm like, holy shit, they made a fucking another deal with Iran, I guess regarding nuclear arms or something like that, and then they made another deal with shit. What was the other country? Because I just learned all this shit today. Oh, they want to partner with Muslim what you call it? Countries. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like seriously, guys, the Russians and the Chinese, they're gearing up for some shit. North Korea is up to no good, right? One of the YouTube channels said they had canceled flights because of this test flight that North Korea had did with their missile, which has never been done before. China is protecting North Korea, so I think North Korea is going to develop a couple of more nuclear weapons, and then we're in trouble because they're the wild card. I wholeheartedly believe that maybe Russia and China could be talked to, but North Korea can't because North Korea wants to sit at the big boy table, and they can't because they just don't have they don't have anything. They don't have anything to offer other than I'm going to launch a nuke. So whatever. I think these countries developing these nuclear weapons that shouldn't have them. I mean, listen, I don't think anybody should have nuclear weapons, to be fair. I don't think a fucking person should have them. But nonetheless, if you give it to a country like North Korea, all bets are off. Pinch runner, no problem, man. It is what it is. I know that, first of all, people are tired. I'm fucking tired. I'm ready to go to sleep. Right? But you guys can always watch this on the replay. Don't have to sit here and suffer through it now. You can suffer through it later. Yeah, I think everybody, and I think everybody's playing stupid. That's the stupid shit. I think everybody's playing stupid and they think we're stupid. But that's a different problem for another day. I just think they tell us shit, they're doing these things and they think that we don't know, we don't suspect, rather. Not that we know, because the truth be told, we don't know, right? We really don't know. Unless we have that paper sitting in front of us. What's up, Araki? Bakari, sorry. What's up? What's going on? Anyway, we don't know. That's the problem. We don't have any of this paperwork in front of us. We don't have this intelligence being talked to us. We don't have shit. But we are all suspecting certain things, like we did during the whole, COVID shit, right? We've suspected a lot of shit, and a lot of that has came to fruition. We knew about Biden's son's laptop, and that is actually to be true, right? So, I mean, until it's proven true, we just suspect a lot of shit. I wish I knew, some of this shit, but we don't, And listen, guys, some of this shit could just be what it is. It doesn't always have to be a conspiracy theory or some fucking underhanded government thing. It could just be some shit that's legitimately going on. Someone says, please don't be a fear-mongering brother. Like the, is that how you say it now? Is that how you spell it? That's weird. Nope, there's no fear-mongering. That's called keeping people aware of what is going on. That's all it is. You know, and it's certain like prepping for it. There's a lot of shit that I suspect I just don't talk about because I don't have the proof. You know, I mean, we listen, guys. We could sit here till we're blue in the face, and we could talk about thousands of conspiracy theories, what's true and what's not, right? And unfortunately, we won't know until it comes out. For example, I said it before, Area 51. Area 51 was one of those examples where they told people it didn't exist, and if anybody talked about it, people would be like, "Yo, that's not a real place. The government said so," and then people be like, "Oh, the government said it wasn't real? No, they promised us it wasn't real." And then people go, "Okay." And then what did they do? A few years ago, they fucking admitted that it was real. But there's nothing there. Okay. So then they go, it's a real place, it's a real base, but nothing's there. I'm like, there is nothing there because they moved it to Area 61, which is it's near a nerve gas testing area in Colorado. If I remember that right. Right? So, of course, if there's any alien secrets or, you know, insane military weaponry, they moved it to that place. Right? So, again, guys, they will always lie. Right? The government will always lie to us. They will never tell us the truth. And there is a reason why they'll never tell us the truth. And I hate to agree with it, guys. I hate to agree with the reason why they don't tell us the truth. They don't tell us the truth because people cannot handle the truth. Just like fucking Jack Nicholson said, right? And A Few Good Men. People cannot handle the fucking truth. Period. If you were told the truth about certain things, people would flip the fuck out. To boot, there's certain things that if you were told the truth about, you would still deny it. Because it's so unbelievable in our heads. We'd be like, no, that's not happening. You know? So, Survival Living, man, thank you for the donation. Also, do me a favor, Survival Living. Email me. If you haven't already, please email me again at angryprepper@gmail.com. Thank you. So, guys, again, it's the government's gonna lie, and we just have to fucking take it for what it is. We can't believe everything, but we can't believe nothing, you know. And that's the game we're playing right now. We're playing this stupid game of I don't believe that. That sounds a little plausible. Let's wait and see what happens, you know. Oh, they're scaring the shit out of us again. Okay, that's not happening. Like it's a constant battle, man. And I know a lot of people just turn off mainstream media, but to do videos and talk about certain subjects, unfortunately, we got to read through this bullshit. We absolutely have to fucking bear the garbage that's on here to get to it. Anyway, while we are on this rant, let's talk about. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, which is, guys, it's not really a commercial. It really isn't. It's fucking... So, guys, the whole off-grid sustainable living bundle, there's 2 days left. So, again, if you guys are interested or forgot about it, you should absolutely look into it. There are a few people who have bought into it and told me, you know, in the chat section or the comment section that they liked it, that they were all about it. So I put the link in it again. Angryprepper, thank you for the donation, but you guys do not have to. But I do appreciate it. I guess it's better than panhandling on the streets, man, right? So whatever. Got my original channel back. Survival Living got his original channel back. Very good. I heard something about that. So, very good. Also, guys, with that being said, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival is going to be having a bug out weekend that, his idea, not mine, we're going to be doing a report card system on. So people are going to come out there, test their skills for that weekend. And the weekend of the 23rd, April 23rd to the 21st, 24th, it's an overnight. It's the Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival's bug out weekend. It's free. It don't cost you a thing. The only thing it costs you is some time and a bug out bag. That's it. And you head out there and see if you can survive the night. Now, I'm going a little more skill-based bug-out bag than I am traditional bug-out bag. So for those of you that make it out to this, you'll see the gear that I'm carrying, or the lack of gear that I'm carrying. This is going to be more skill-based. I did it once. I survived. Let's see if I can do it again and survive the night. Also, Prepper Nurse One, he's having his little shindig in West Virginia, April 8th through April 10th. It is building a bug out group or bug out community for those of us who are coming from different parts of the United States. We converge on West Virginia, his area, and we build a community there. He has way more information about this, guys. Do me a favor, if you are interested in Prepper Nurses 1 gathering, Prepper Nurse 1 at yahoo.com. Hit him up, and he'll give you more information on it. And of course, guys, nutrient survival. Again, with all of this shit going on, get yourself some nutrient survival. Or get nutrient survival. Get whatever you can afford. I have to say that. I can't fucking just sell the fucking this thing. You get what you can afford, guys. But if you can afford free strike goods, I would go with nutrient survival. It absolutely tastes good, and it's one of the better free strike foods out there. Now, there's Mountain House and the rest of those, yes, but I would go with nutrient survival. Also, listen, guys, nutrient survival, no shit, it repels, like I said before, hipsters and liberals, right? Also, you can use it as a weapon. You can absolutely take the nutrient survival oatmeal and start flinging it at liberals and hipsters, and when it gets on their skin, it burns, and it stings the nostrils. And so they start rolling on the floor like they're on fire trying to put this shit out. And it sticks to the skin really good. So, with that being said, guys, nutrient survival will feed you and keep your family fed, and it would also protect you from liberals and hipsters. Just a thought. Just a thought. And like I said before, guys, it when you eat it, there's a smell of freedom. And these people are allergic to it, like vampires to garlic. So I would absolutely try that out. I think he's out of focus. Yeah, whatever. So with that, guys, we're moving right along. Now, here is the bigger, not the bigger issue, but the warning that we keep getting with the cyber attack, right? So there's a possible cyber attack on the way. The White House has been giving everybody a heads up and telling companies and what is it called, infrastructures like water, energy, to protect or up their security on their systems so that they don't get hacked. All right. So we've been warned, guys, for some time about a cyber attack, but in the last few days, the government has been warning us. Now, when the government starts warning you about shit like this, the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, because it's one of two things. Either it's real and Russia's doing this, or it's real and the United States is doing this and gonna blame Russia, right? Or it's real and Russia's going to do this and blame the United States because they know how the fuck we are here. We're always at odds with one another for every little thing. So it could be one or the other. Thank you, Angie. My wife put the video from CNBC in the thing. I thought it was all right, but whatever. Oh shit, Asfis, man, not Ass Fist, Asfis, Fist. Sorry, I fucked your name up, but thank you for the donation. I fucked that name up. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time pronouncing it. I'm like losing my shit over here. Well, that's the thing, guys. If there is a cyber attack, is it a false flag? Is it something that, the government's going to do and blame the United States? Blame Russia. Or is Russia going to do it and blame the United States, and then we're going to believe it? We're like, I knew it. Right? Now listen, guys. As if. Thank you. Wolfbang. Holy shit. That's what it is. As if. Wow, I'm a fucking moron today. Doesn't matter. I'm a moron every day. So, guys, if there is the possibility of a cyber attack happening, the one thing about cyber attacks is it also depends on how bad it is. It could last anywhere from hours, days, weeks to months. Right? So there is that to consider. As if. Thank you for the for the donation again. Appreciate it. Rhymes with officification. Office. Okay. All right. Office. Not as if. All right. So we all got it wrong. All right. Egg in your face, everybody else who got that wrong too. I'm not the only idiot tonight. But anyway, not the point, guys. So anyway, the White House on Monday urged private companies to bolster their cyber defenses, citing evolving intelligence suggesting the Russian government is exploring options for potential cyber attacks targeting U.S. critical infrastructure. Now, the language there, evolving intelligence suggesting, that right there, that's what stands out to me. That doesn't sit well. Then saying Russian government is exploring options for potential cyber attack. Listen, guys, they're not going to explore cyber attacks. They already explored this. So why would this be an option they're exploring when they've already done this before? It doesn't make any sense. That's why that language doesn't sit well with me. It just feels fucked up. And it feels like, well, if it does happen, they're going to blame Russia regardless, or China. Now, listen, guys. The one thing the United States is missing, and I hate to say this. Prepping for it, yes, you got it. You said it was coming. It's here. You get a fucking gold star. I'll give it to you later. Anyway, I don't know, guys. That language it just rings weird, right? So the administration has warned in recent weeks that Russia could look to target infrastructures. Russia is not looking to target shit. They know what to target. It's not an option for them. It is an option, but they're going to do it if they're going to do it. This whole, like, they could do it, be ready. Listen, they're missing China as well. China has the capabilities to hack our shit. Why the fuck do we keep focusing on Russia when China also has the ability to do this? That's why this is not sitting well with me. Why are they taking our eyes off of China and just on Russia when we have both countries that can do the same thing? And Russia, they have some fucking mean hackers. They got some nasty motherfuckers out there that know what they're doing and can lock us out of shit for days, if not weeks. Right? I think our hackers suck, but whatever. I mean, our hackers are good. Let me walk that back. They're good. They know their shit. But I don't know. You know, yeah, and Johnny, exactly. He's like, Biden's like giving Russia more ideas. Oh, you guys could attack our infrastructure and then, it'll cripple us. I don't know. Southern Prepper 3, the price of food and gas prices. The gas dropped, I think, 5 cents here in New York City. Food is just about the same. It's still going up. It's not going down. I don't know. That's my answer. But let's see. Where the fuck were we at? Oh, all right. Okay, the administration warned targets. Fuck this bullshit. Credible. All right, that's it. So the administration warned in recent weeks and that the U.S. infrastructure will be targeted elsewhere with cyber attacks, but officials previously said there's no specific or credible threat against the United States. So, guys, there's no specific threat, but they keep warning us about this. There's no credible threat, but they keep warning us about this. That's the problem. That's another problem I'm having. I'm reading this article. I'm like, yo, this shit reads false flag. Just reads false flag. Or we're being misdirected. We're looking at Russia and China's up to no good. Right? So there is that. I don't know, guys. The Biden administration, again, has warned potential for malicious cyber attack against the United States by the Russian government, which it wouldn't be by the Russian government, it'd be by their hackers, but whatever. Sanctioned by the Russian government, which Biden said could be a response to the unprecedented economic cost we've imposed on Russia alongside our allies and partners. It's part of Russia's playbook. Now, we are at war, like my buddy said. We are at an economic war. There's an economic war going on, and I think that's the war that we're probably not looking at because we're watching what's going on in Ukraine. We're missing the financial awakening that we're having here, right? Or raping, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Department of Homeland Security's Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, has been actively working with organizations across the critical infrastructures to rapidly share information and mitigate guidance to help protect their system and networks. The sharing information part is what got me again. I'm like, just reads fucking wrong. So, again, there is no evidence of any specific cyber attack that we are anticipating. There is some preparatory activities that we are seeing, and that is what we shared in a classified context with companies who we thought might be affected. Now, in 2021, we all know about the ransomware that happened to JBS, the meat market, the meat factory, sorry, or meat production company. Jesus Christ. They were hacked as well. And then we had the pipeline a few months before that was hacked as well. So again, guys, this is not something new. This is something that can absolutely happen. Whether the United States does it to us, or Russia does it to us, or China does it to us, remains to be seen. Either way, guys, this is the bulk of what I'm going to say. It might fucking annoy some of you guys or piss you guys off. I don't know. But it doesn't matter who does it to us. Because the people, us, will be affected. If Russia does it to us, we're affected by this. If the United States does a false flag to us, we're affected by this. If China does it to us, we are affected by this. It's not, it doesn't matter at that point. When we are trying to fend for ourselves during the middle of that shit, it doesn't matter who's doing it to us. It really doesn't. You know, and trying to figure it out and sitting around the table while we're in blackout mode and no water, going, it was the Russians. No, man, it was the United States. It don't matter. If and when that happens, guys, you get you get your shit into action, you get your plan into action, and you jump to it. You hop to it and you get busy and you start implementing shit that needs to be implemented. We can worry about who did it later. We have to jump into action immediately. I just mentioned, so you guys see Jason on CNBC. Yeah, guys, so I did a CNBC skit, and I guess I'm not pushing it like that just because, you know, it's one of those things. It's meant for the people who are not prepared to look at me and go, look at that black idiot, you know, because that's what the outside world thinks, who doesn't prep. But, you know, it was a thing, whatever. Now, this is interesting, guys. Putin, during a press conference a year ago, denied that Russia attacked the JBS in the pipeline. Instead, claims that the cyber attack came from the United States. And so with that, we have Russian sympathizers that are like, I knew it. It was the Americans. Keep in mind, guys, Putin didn't provide any proof. And there it was. Yes, and I wasn't the only one mentioned in that report. But yeah, whatever. It's a stupid, whatever. If you guys watch it, watch it. Don't. I don't care. I know that Nutrient Survival, the CEO of Nutrient Survival, he did good. He did good. He spoke well. He's a better speaker than I am. I'm more caveman-like, you know. So, guys, again, like I said, I personally think that this is something that either the government is trying to A, scare us into, B, preparing us for it because they know it's going to happen from someone, or C, the government's going to implement this attack and we're going to be caught with our pants down. Now, as preppers, guys, a cyber attack should not have us caught with our pants down. Mostly anything that happens, guys, we as a prepper community are prepared for. So we shouldn't be caught with our pants down. Now, we could be surprised, like, oh shit, the power's out. What the fuck? Yes, but caught with our pants down, meaning not ready. We are all ready for whatever mumbo jumbo they're gonna fucking throw at us. We are going to dance with this bullshit. Whatever happens, whatever unfolds, right? So if there's a cyber attack, we got this. If there is an EMP attack, we got this. We will be okay. I don't think, you know, I mean, listen, with a cyber attack, I think enough people are going to die, but I think a lot of us will be fine. We'll be all right. You know, I can't speak for everybody else out there. I really can't. So people said they saw me on the news. You know what, guys? I'm gonna tell you right now. When I did that report for the CNBC, I was like, shit. You know, like I was like, damn, what did I? You know, shouldn't I have done it? Shouldn't I? You know, I was like, and my wife's like, oh, you should do it. You know, it's good. It'll get the message out there. You know, and then and I do it, and I felt like, why the fuck did I do it with CNBC? But listen, the one channel I would never fuck around with is CNN, right? Like, I'll never fuck around with them. And actually, I forgot what news agency reached out to me 2 years ago, and I was like, no, absolutely not. I said, because you guys do a shit job covering the fucking president, which is Trump at the time. And I'm like, I said, I can't get down with you guys. I said, you guys are bad, and you're probably going to make me look like an asshole anyway. And that was that. But I forgot. I forgot what it was. I want to say it might have been CNN, and I would always turn them down. Someone said night. Yeah, and some people are like CNBC. What the hell? I'm like, listen, it's getting the word out there, but to what point? Like I said, there's certain channels I won't do. There was one channel that was like, oh, we want you to come, but we have to be full. We're gonna full disclosure. We're gonna make fun of you guys a little bit. I was like, no, I'm out of that. Why the fuck would I want you guys to make fun of us? Like we haven't had enough of Doomsday Preppers. My ass being on that stupid show. Then we have, you guys want to make fun of us? No, thank you. But them asking you, they know who you are. I guess. Kendall, what's the major question? Please, all caps. Thank you. Oh my God, prepping for it. Let it go. He wasn't even friends with Epstein. He met the dude, and then he had one picture. The Clintons and everybody else has hundreds of pictures with Epstein. I mean, seriously. Did you miss your meds today? Holy shit, dude. You're like on a fucking tear tonight. And as for the prepping fitness channel, guys, I have more videos coming out. Sorry, I've been a little slumpish this week. Just I didn't want to do shit. I was just like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck them. So one question is, what is your take on EMP shields? S, if that's your name. I don't know. The EMP thing, the Faraday cage boxes and shit like that. I mean, like, a lot of those things are tested, but I don't know to what degree. I know there was a company out there, they had these anti-EMP devices that you could put in your car and on electronic devices, and it would save it from an EMP attack. But again, I don't know, like, to what degree. So, listen, like, you could buy them, and the only way you're going to know it's going to work is when an EMP happens. That's the only thing about products like that. Like, when people are like, hey, you want to test this out for us? I'm like, how? I'm going to fucking detonate a nuke and, have an EMP go off and test it that way? I'm like, I don't have the ability to do that, And one of the EMP companies, they have the ability to do that. Legacy Patriot, man, thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Right, so I don't have the ability, guys, to do that. So it's hard. I know a lot of companies they have, they have these promises and they have these testings they do, but I mean, I don't know much about the testing to actually back any of that up. It's why I don't. It's why I don't back any of them up, because I don't know, You serious? Does gas still work in a cyber attack? It depends if they hit, let's say, Con Ed, which is over here. If they hit Con Ed, then no, it probably won't work. It's run on the system, right? So if it's run on the system, and let's say your gas company gets hit, then no, gas will not run, Debbie, we're still in New York because we love it here. No, just kidding. We're still in New York because we got a ton of shit to settle and square away and think about. Sky Hunter, thank you for bringing that up. 1981. I just watched that 2 days ago, By Dawn's Early Light. Yes, man, it was a very good movie. It's an old movie, guys. Very interesting. The way the nuclear attack goes down in that movie is very interesting, but we're not in that kind of a boat. But the thinking behind what was being attacked and how they talked about cities would be attacked, but they weren't the primary target. And that was in the 80s, that movie. If I'm not mistaken, the 80s or early 90s. Maybe in the early 90s. But anyway, that's a good movie. By Dawn's Early Light. Powers Booth and James Earl Jones are in it. And Rebecca De Mornay. A young Rebecca De Mornay is in it. And a young James Earl Jones, though James Earl Jones has always been old ever since I can remember. But yeah, that's a very good movie. Vince York, By Dawn's Early Light. Very good movie. It's a nuclear attack movie. Pretty good. When we tested it. Fat Man and Little Boy, that's a good movie about atomic bomb testing. John Cusack was in that. That was a good movie. I think that was an HBO special. By Dawn's Early Light was an HBO movie as well, by the way. But you can get it on, I think I watched it on Prime, Amazon Prime. Panic in Year Zero is the first Prepper movie. DS Private. I still haven't seen that movie yet. Black Scout Survival. Yes, and Kane Bizarro. They mentioned code word Jericho. I thought that was pretty interesting. And by Dawn's Early Light. So when they mentioned the code word Jericho, it made me think of the TV show Jericho, where the nuke goes off. So I thought it was just pretty interesting. The Hunter Sky said he says he think it was Amazon Prime as well. Again, guys, good movie to fucking look at. If you're not doing shit tonight after this or whatever, absolutely take a look at it. That was a good movie. I got a kick out of it. Yes, James Earl Jones is in Dawn's Early Light. Whoever didn't say it. The Day After is another good one. Listen, if you guys feel like being depressed and not anxious, but just depressed and like, oh man, those are good movies to watch. And then after that, you can put The Road on this, watch The Road after that, and really slump into a depression. Like, just fucking go all in, man. But yeah, there's some good movies out there. I was watching a trailer for a B movie that was what the fuck happened in that movie? Oh, some kind of invasion, some kind of attack. And I actually sat through the movie. I got to get the name of it again. When I get the name of it, I'll mention it in the next live stream. But it was Dragon Day. That's what it was. It's called Dragon Day. That's on Amazon Prime as well. That had a great storyline, shitty acting. I think I could have done a better job acting in that movie than those people did. They were like, no, we can't go that way. We have to go this way. And they would turn like robots and shit and run off. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But like an asshole, I sat there and watched it. Because I figure if I watched Rat Apocalypse, I could watch any other fucking movie out there. Like I said, the premise of the movie was really good, but the acting was horrible. Like The Plague. I like the cheesy movies. Oddball, yes. This movie was, yeah, these movies are bad. I have a fucking knack for, like, shitty movies. I'm like, this movie looks really shitty. Let me watch it. And I'm sitting down there going, oh, man. Like, thank you, Christian Prepper. Zombies. That was fucking horrendous. Guys, if you had two kids and they had an Etch-a-Sketch, they could have did a better job scrolling that movie out on an Etch-a-Sketch than the fucking people who filmed Zombies. That was a fucking nightmare of a movie. It's the worst. It is so bad. I hope you guys get to watch it. And watch the first, I don't know, 2 minutes. You're going to be like, this is bad. And the monkeys are horrible. They're like fucking, they get bit and then they turn into zombies. And as they're running, they look like they're floating through the air because the CG's so bad. It's a really fucked up movie. And then everybody's like, oh, and then the monkey jumps on them and they're going, oh, and they're doing this bullshit. Like, what the fuck are they doing? And the digital monkey's like moving all over the place. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And so instead of turning it off, I continue to watch it because I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm a glutton for punishment when it comes to shitty movies. Ratpocalypse and Zombies. The worst fucking movies ever. But I sat down and watched it like a dick. And the worst part about it is Ratpocalypse, I watched it twice. I said, this movie's so shitty, I gotta watch it again. And I'm cursing at all the actors. And it was based in Russia, the movie. Because one of the actors, who was an American actor, he was from, what the fuck's the name of that movie? Star Troopers. Starship Troopers, sorry. The main star, Casper Van Dien, he was in that movie. And, man, that was a fucking rock bottom on his career, Ratpocalypse. And then at the end, he dies, and then the girl gives some kind of fucking poetry speech during this Ratpocalypse, and then the camera goes up into the sky and doves fly away. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? But that was it, man. That's how stupid I am. I watch shit like this, man. Fucking Zombies and Ratpocalypse. You know what, guys? You just stop the fucking live stream and go watch Zombies or Ratpocalypse now. You'll thank me. You'll thank me later. Or punch me in the face when you see me. One or the other. But it was a fucking horrendous show, guys. Bad. Oh, my God. I don't know. I don't know. And there was a prepper movie my kids watched. the movie was so bad, my kids were breaking the fucking director's balls. Like, look at this. You could see the cameraman standing in the way of the TV set. You know, like that was another bad movie. But that was like, if all of us got together to film a movie, that's what that would be equivalent of. But Ratpocalypse and Zombies, holy shit, man. Talk about fucking wanting to punch the director in the face. Like, those two directors should have been fucking, I don't know, tarred and feathered for making a movie so bad. But whatever, that's me. But you definitely, guys, you should go out and go watch the movie. Because you will not believe how bad that movie was. 28 Days Later. Sweet Tooth, movie Rats. Which one was that? Because there's a lot of bad movies out there. Vincent York, my truck, I'm ready to fucking wrap it around a pole or some shit. I can't stand it. Southwest Native, I could probably do a movie on spam and hipsters. Or Killer Spam killing hipsters. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can get away with doing it. After watching those two movies, I could do a movie with stick figures at this point and still be better than Ratpocalypse and Zombies. Sweet Tooth was good. I didn't see that movie. I wanted to see it, but I'm not there yet. Casper. Well, Saving Private Ryan's a classic. I think Saving Private Ryan is the best war movie ever made. That and A Thin Red Line. That's a good war movie too. I mean, you had Platoon, which was one of the best Vietnam War movies ever made, or rather, Apocalypse Now. Sorry, right? And then you had Platoon. Then Hamburger Hill was excellent, but then Saving Private Ryan came out and blew them all out of the waters. That's a fucking classic from the war movies. Yes, there is a Zombies too. I can't bring myself to watch it. I can't. I started playing it and I was like, someone was like, but there's gonna, and nope, can't do it. Not doing this at all. Fucking Platoon, yes. Fury's very good. I like Fury. Hacksaw Ridge. You know what? I liked it, but I didn't think it was missing something. There was a little more. There should have been a little more to Hacksaw Ridge, but it just, I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Black Hawk Down is one of the best modern war movies ever made. Like in our modern time, I think Black Hawk Down was excellent. Sorry, no deal. Kill. Braveheart was good too. Oh, We Were Soldiers, right? Yes, that was a good movie. Children of the Corn. Beastmaster. Rapture Ready. That I just watched that the other day. I was like, God, I like this movie? What the fuck was wrong with me? I was a stupid kid. And even though I was watching it, I'm like, it was bad, but it was still like, I was like, okay, I see why I liked it. You know, there was a couple scenes in it, but Bridge Too Far. I never heard of that one, Bridge Too Far. But anyway, guys, so the next giveaway is next week, next Monday or Tuesday, right? So I'm gonna try to do them at the end of the month, every month for a year. So I decided to do it for the full year, and there'll be either one or two winners, depends on how it goes down. We're gonna be more precise with the questions, and if two people answer at the same time because it came across, they might win. If two people come up with similar answers, they might win. So we'll see. But again, 80s movie theme. So all 80s movie guys, that's the questions are going to be asked. So hopefully you guys brushed up on your 80s film. For those of you old people like me. Oh boy, how do I win? Rapture Ready. You win by knowing 80s movies. It's as simple as that. You know what? I should ask a question out of Zombies just to fuck everybody's head up and have everybody watch the movie just to win a fuck. I don't think it's even worth winning anything for fucking watching that movie. License to Drive. Yo, listen, it could be something from Lost Boys. It could be something from License to Drive. It could be something from Lucas, right? So there's a lot of 80s movies out there that were good. And even some like, not so great ones, but noticeable ones. Scanners. You know what? I've never watched Scanners in entirety, and I'm gonna watch it now because I'm in this '80s movie kick. I'm gonna fucking I'm going to what you call it start entertaining more '80s films that I haven't watched. Angel Orion says I don't like movie questions. Count me out. Yeah, listen, prepper questions are too easy. I think they're way too easy. That's why I go with the '80s thing. But that's why I chose that. 'Cause I'm like, I could sit here and do like every other channel. We could do prepper questions like, guys, how many gallons per person per day should be stored away? Shit like that. Where could you find clean drinking water in this city? I could do that. But being that we're all in the same age group, I think '80s questions would fucking rock. Right? Movies like Animal House. Animal House, was that '80s or '70s? That was either 1980 or '79. No. And author movies, right? There's although you're not old. I'm old enough. I worked, like I said, guys, I worked out today. I thought I was fucking dying. I was like, God, what happened? I used to be able to do this workout, no problem. I'm laying in the fucking on the ground, like, what the fuck? And I didn't even, I didn't touch weights. It was all body weight workouts. So, that's old people shit right there. I was ready to borrow a walker and walk home. That's how bad. Howard the Duck. Wow. Nunya Beeswax. You went back. Holy shit. I thought it was a good movie, but it was also like, it was terrible at the same time, even back then. I'm just a cook. Watch Charlie Chaplin make fun of Hitler. The good old days. Cheech and Chong. What was it? Iron Eagle. Someone said, where's Eagle Dare? But Iron Eagle. That's another good one. Yeah, Richard Weiser said Iron Eagle. Jacob's Ladder, I think that was in the 90s. I don't think that was in the 80s. Short Circuit, absolutely. 1 and 2. All right, guys. With that being said, we are going to head over to the Angry Truth channel. We're going to talk about some snaky shit that China is doing. Sneaky shit that China's doing. Sorry, because they're all doing it, guys. Fucking Russia, China. They're making these deals. They're making these under-the-table deals and then springing them up on people in the last possible minute. So, again, a lot of these deals should be paid attention to because I think in the long run, the more of these deals that are made, the more problems we're going to see down the line. Lethal Bacon. Yes, The Last Starfighter. That's an awesome film. I was going to watch that the other day. That is an awesome film. And I also have a knack, guys, when you look at 80s movies, to look up to see where the actors are. Like, what's her name? The white girl in Can't Buy Me Love. That's a 90s film. But the girl in Can't Buy Me Love that played opposite Patrick Dempsey's character, she passed away, right? Because she was a drug addict. So you look at how some of these people died if they were still alive. What was it? Batteries Not Included. If any of you remember that. The little Spanish dude, he was also in Leviathan. The little Spanish dude, he died of heart disease or some shit at like 33 years old. So it's interesting looking back on this shit. My wife said Platoon. Firestarter. Rapture Ready. They're remaking Firestarter. I would like for some of you guys to go on YouTube and look up the new Firestarter 2022 and tell me what you think about that in the description section below. I'm curious because I'm a little excited about it because with CGI, you could do so much more. There are certain movies now that with CGI they should be remade, but the Firestarter that they're doing what you call it? Yo, You Serious? Enemy Mine. That was my favorite fucking movie of all time when I was a kid, man. The whole survival aspect of the movie. That's a survivalist movie. Enemy Mine. Great movie, man. What is that? Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. That's a good movie. Yeah, guys, but take a look at the new Firestarter. Let me know what you guys think about that. Night of the Comet, Johnny Finance, nice one. Night of the Comet was good. I just watched that a few months back. I just watched it. Good fucking movie. My wife hates remakes, but this remake could be good. It could be good, and it could be terrible. We'll see. But I think they're adding more to the storyline or the backstory to the father and the. What is it? The psychological testings and the testings they did on him for his daughter to be that way. I think they're going to add more of that. So it should be interesting. The Wraith. That was good. The Wraith. Wraith. That's good. That's a good movie. That's another one. Mad Max. I didn't like the original Mad Max. The first Mad Max I didn't like. I liked Road Warrior and I liked Beyond Thunderdome. I thought those two were really good. But the original Mad Max, eh. Trolls. That was a good movie. Not the people trolling me. The action movie Trolls. That was good. Cujo, Maximum Overdrive, The Explorers. That was a good one too. Poltergeist remake. Yes, the Poltergeist remake was fucking garbage. Guys, I watched it for 5 minutes and I was like, nope, rather watch Rat Apocalypse. Went right back over to watching Rat Apocalypse. That's how bad the remake the Poltergeist was. Horrendous. Anyway, guys, with that being said, let's head over to the Angry Truth channel for those of you that are going to follow me over, and we're going to get right into the subject matters right away. All right, guys, so other than that, thank you for watching me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the donations tonight. Mods, thank you for what you do. And wife, thank you for doing what you did tonight. Appreciate it.